Hi, welcome to this video. My name is Maral. I'm a counsellor, I'm a therapist, and sometimes I do channeling as well. And today we're going to carry on doing some channeling in this video too. So today I want to talk about quite a big topic. It is a very big topic, and for a while I've wanted to cover this, and I just felt like today was a really good time to finally cover this. Now, I don't know whether there's going to be a part 2 to this because it's such a big topic, but I want to kind of just let it go where it needs to go, and just whatever needs to come in, I'll receive that and then I'll share that with you through the channeling. So I have got my guides here with me. I've got my Andromedan star family, I've got my Palladian star family, and my Arcturian friend starseed family as well. So I've asked all three of them. Now, usually I don't ask all three to help me, but because it's such a big topic, I thought all three are probably needed, and each one can kind of give me their own perspective on this topic. Now, what I'm talking about here is unconditional love. I really felt for a long time to really explore this topic of unconditional love because it's a very difficult one for people, because I know myself as well, when I've in the past thought of unconditional love, I thought straight away, absolutely not. There is no such thing. How can there ever be such a thing as unconditional love, right? Well, they're saying this is what we're coming to more and more. We are all learning what unconditional love is. This is what we are learning through our lives, whether we realize it or not, right? And unconditional love is so big and so important because, as I'm being told, once we get to unconditional love, which is what we are learning through our lives, what we're getting to because of this ascension, this awakening that's happening, is we're going to come to complete peace like we have never experienced before in our lives. Okay. So as I'm being told, be careful of how you understand unconditional love, which is why I wanted to do this video. Unconditional love is absolutely 100% possible, 100% possible for a human. Okay, for anyone, for even in their galactic race, many, they are, the galactic the galactic star seeds, or star systems, let's say, families, I call them sometimes, are on a different vibrational field, right? Different dimensional field, different vibration, different scale than us. However, as the channeling, this is kind of how the channeling works, is that they come to me and they lower their vibration enough to be able to speak through me. And me, myself, I have to bring my vibration up to a certain place, which is around the 5D. I'm seeing 6D as well, kind of going there, more around 5D kind of vibration. And so because of this match in vibration, we are able to communicate in this way, right? Now, that's important because what they're saying is they know what, in their race, in many races, not all, but in many races, it is something they do naturally. It's just what they are. This unconditional love, this is one of the things, and many other things that come from that, right? So, but even as a human, it is exactly what you have all wanted to experience through this ascension that you're going through. So yes, it's possible, and it's not just possible now, it's been done before, right? And we've talked about this, with Yeshua in a previous video, and not just him, but many others as well. And there are people on this earth right now that are already there because they have come here, incarnated here without anything to clear, without any karma to clear. So they already are in unconditional love. Okay, there are only a few, but there are some on this earth. So absolutely you can do this. Yes. Now, unconditional love is when I go into it, it's like completely expansive, like a feeling that never on this earth that you would have probably experienced before, because it's so different, so expansive, so out there, so big. It would feel like it's almost bigger than you, but it's actually exactly you. In fact, what happens is that everything outside of you that is complete love comes within you. So you feel complete unconditional love within you. This is actually what's going on. Now, as I can hear my Palladian family, starseed family speaking, understanding what unconditional love is, they're saying it's not a mind thing, right? So we don't want to go into the mind and try and calculate and try and solve, trying to figure out what it is. It's a complete feeling. So if you go within your heart, feel into that, feel into what it feels like. And the more you connect to your heart, the more you get to this feeling of love, which would feel maybe to the human experience something like calm, peace, complete, almost like nothingness, but everythingness at the same time. I'm sorry, I don't know if I just made up that word, everythingness, but everything and nothing all at the same time within you, which is within you, complete calm, complete peace again. Now, a really good way of maybe experiencing this is in nature. Nature is already in 5D and it's rising, right? It's already there. So when we feel peace when we're in nature, it's because the vibration is already there to feel into that, right? And this might be one way as a human to be able to understand it. But again, it's not a thought thing. It's definitely, as I'm being told by my Arcturian friends, guides, they're saying it's definitely not a mind thing. It's completely a heart thing. So we are asking you to go straight into your hearts, keep connecting to your hearts, and keep on going to that feeling more and more until you get to that feeling of kindness, softness, lightness within your heart, complete peace within your heart. This is what unconditional love to some degree might feel like. Okay, unconditional love, when we think about unconditional love, we got to rewire the understanding of it. Okay, unconditional love is complete compassion, complete self-compassion, complete mother. It's the mother energy. It's the mother in all of us. Is the mother in us, whether we have a child or not, that really wants to mother and nurture and love and be there with complete softness. It's complete softness. It's complete softness that can't be touched. And it is the most powerful energy ever. I mean, this is why they're saying it can never be touched. If you find unconditional love within yourself, no one can harm you. No one, nothing outside of you, no one can ever harm you. It is the ultimate power, the ultimate power. Okay. So anything outside of that you might hear, or that you might feel, or you might think is powerful is not true. Unconditional love is the highest power ever, and nothing ever can come close to unconditional love, because what you're learning within unconditional love is that there's no judgment for anything. There is no duality. Why would there ever be duality? There never was duality. It's just what we have believed through our conditioning, that there is duality. There never was a duality, then there never is a duality. This is what you're finding out, all of us, is our deeper truth, is the truth within us, the deepest truth within us, which is you are whole. There is no separation of anything. So even when we're looking at something, and it's like, if you think about a table or anything that's outside of us, right? It is outside of us, but it's also the outside of us is teaching us, whether it's a person or anything around us, right? Is teaching us that actually what is outside of you is already within you. This is why we as humans live in this kind of physical world, because the physical world is here to teach us what unconditional love is, what is within us already, which is how we get to the unconditional love. How interesting. To be able to work through it, to be able to break through unconditional love and really break free it and feel that what comes with it, that freedom, that complete freedom of no restriction there, because there is no duality. So how can there ever be a restriction, right? To really be able to get there, you must step into your truth. You must step back into your soul self and be more and more aligned to your truth. The more you do that, the more you are coming, as I've said before in another video, coming out of the matrix, right? Coming out of this fake system, the fake powers and all this kind of stuff, because you are stepping into your truth. Your truth is love. Your truth is complete love. Truth is truth, and it's complete love, complete joy. And it's the joy, it's the heart, it's the love, the unconditional love for everything. That means there is again, no duality. There are no wars. There is no conflict. There are no arguments. There is no going against anything outside of you, anything within you, right? Because now you are fully integrated in everything that you are within you, right? This is what unconditional love is. And it's the highest power, because once you get there, how can anything ever come and hurt you? It can't. It's impossible. Absolutely, unconditional love is far more doable than you realize. And they're saying all of us, and they're pointing to me, but all of us, yes, are experiencing and learning it step by step, going through it until we get to that place of unconditional love. Yes, okay, whether it's through relationships or not. And this is the thing that I want to talk about, is just asking them about how this works in terms of relationships. Okay. So relationships, as you've said before, are not going to be the way you see relationships now in the future. Okay, they're going to be very different. They are going to be complete unconditional love. They have to be. It's the only way, you can live in this world with you, with a connection with you, because we are going to be there. It's going to be very universal, completely whole, nothing that you've experienced before, but you can't get that until you really feel unconditional love. Okay. And that also means relationships. So whether it's relationships with friends and with your partner, because relationships with your partner would look very different in the future. So yes, there will be unconditional love in the future, and it may look like you won't have many arguments in the future. It would be more like that. It would be very peaceful, but also understanding, because we all have contracts that we have made with people in our lives and relationships, whether it's a partner or a friend or anyone else. There are contracts, right? And there's a contract that gets broken at a certain time. So in a partnership, there will come a time when both of your souls know it's time, right? And it gets deleted. Then the contract is done. So which means we can't actually be with anyone for all our lives. It's just some people in their lives have experienced that to some degree, but it's very, very rare. And more people would be deleting these contracts because it's already been set, the contracts for a certain time, certain date in a way, if you're going into timelines and things like that. But otherwise it will be when it needs to get deleted. So in that way, it will be different as well. Now, in terms of experiencing unconditional love for someone, absolutely you can, because again, relationships will be different. It won't be codependent. It won't be like it has been now. A lot of relationships are now very extremely codependent, right? But the reason why we are experiencing this codependency again is to learn love for ourselves, and then we break free from this codependent relationships to really feel love for ourselves. And then what will happen, likely to happen, is that we end up with people that bring that more alignment, that they're more aligned to us in that way. So in that, out of the codependency and more in the unconditional love, depending on the journey that we're on, right? So the right people will come to you. Depending on what vibration you are working through, where you are in your life and what lessons you have worked through and how much you've worked through, because everyone goes through it differently, right? Okay. But yes, the lessons we learn through, as we clear these lessons more and more, we raise our vibration and we're more in our soul path and more in our soul. And like I've been told so many times, we're leaning back into our soul to be able to work through this in a much easier way. Okay. So yes, because relationships will be very different in the future, unconditional love will absolutely, it will be done. It's the way. Okay. So you don't even need to worry about that, because you're already learning that for yourself. And that's the future of relationships, and all relationships, whatever the relationship is. But right now, it really is about finding that complete deep love for yourself, which is unconditional love, which is the no judgment, which is the nothing is outside of me and nothing is separate. And understanding, and one of the things that I learned is that fear comes from separation. So when we feel separate from something, we feel fearful, but understanding what's actually going on is the separation is helping us to bring everything back to ourselves, to learn, to know This is all within me, right? And therefore there is no fear. Love is the complete opposite of fear. Fear is now more than ever, as people are going through their own awakening, the things they're learning, whether it's through relationships, mainly through relationships and other things, the fear is being deleted more and more, and therefore it's bringing you back to your true self, which is love, which is your complete truth, and the why you have come in this world, the experience that you've wanted to have, especially in this lifetime. And you are all doing incredible jobs. Remember your heart again, remember the love within you, and follow that. As you follow that more and more, you follow your feelings, you follow the feelings more and more, and you release what you need to release, you experience unconditional love. And it is beautiful, magical, and this is how we are all going to live together in complete harmony as universal beings, where there will no more be this separation even between us. Yes. How beautiful. Gosh, I love that message. So thank you for that. Thank you to all my guides. I just feel like I just want to say kindness and love and softness, and that by bringing that into our lives more and more, and understanding that we can kind of humble ourselves and just come down and surrender and just be and feel like that mothering side of us, like that nurturing side of us, the easier, far easier, and you lean back into your soul self, the far easier this journey can be towards unconditional love.